The Consumer Protection Act will guide few of the sellers and the customer what exactly the standard should be. That's why whenever you go to any of the shop, even if you want to buy or if you don't want to buy, you can always have a window shopping. The reason is what? Right to choose. So you should always know what are the risk which is associated with the product as well. Whenever the consumer is being exploited by any of the seller, these are the people who go and give them justice. Hello everybody, a warm welcome to one and all. I'm Abhilash Chandra from the Department of Business Studies in Vidyashram Pure College, the Temple of Excellence. Now we are in the second session of consumer protection. In the first session, you know what exactly we have done. We have done about what are the types of consumer protection, what we need to do, what we are not supposed to do, and then we even learn about the group of people who are protecting the interest of consumer. And whenever there is a fraudulent act done by the seller, there are people who are the authority who will come and they will nab them. So here we will understand more about the Consumer Protection Act, which is 1986. Now students, you need to remember this Consumer Protection Act 1986. What exactly was the act and why it was implemented? The first thing is the act confers certain rights to the consumer with a view to empowering them and to protect their interests. One thing is what? One is they want the people to get empowered as well as they want to protect the consumer. Day to day, after getting too many competitions from the sellers to the sellers, what usually happens is now the sellers want to take the intense competition to a next level. That is where they'll have more fraudulent act and they actually get the innocent customers as a victim, and then they will actually extortion so many money from them in the name of business. Here what is it? The Consumer Protection Act will guide few of the sellers and the customer what exactly the standard should be, and they are supposed to move with the same standard because there is a internal check as well as an external check by the Consumer Protection Act. Now the sellers also know that what they can do and what they shouldn't do it. So the first thing here you need to understand is Consumer Protection Act is only for the customers to get protection as well as to get empowerment. The second one is the scope of the act is very wide. It is not just for a small company, it is also for a big company, whether it is small or a big or a public company or a private sector or a public sector. Whoever is doing a fraudulent thing to the customer without any hesitation, they can actually go to the forum and they can register their complaint. That's why this Consumer Protection Act of 1986 has given too many options, too many things, too many rules and regulation and too many punishments to people who are doing fraudulent acts. So here what happens is the scope of the act is very wide. Yes, we got to know it is applicable to all types of undertaking, even whether it is a private sector or a public sector, whether it is a big or small, whether whatever the capacity is. If you are cheating any customer, the customer can go directly to the forum and then they can register their complaint, but the complaint should be valid. That is one more thing. Next is consumer right. As a consumer, what are your rights? Understand this. Gone are those days when the seller used to cheat the buyers. Now the buyers have all the authority to check whether the seller is selling the right product or not, whether he is maintaining the standard or not. The reason is all because of Consumer Protection Act 1986. And now this act has given some of the rights to the consumer. What is that consumer rights are? Now these are the things. Understand, the first and most thing is safety. Right to safety. That's why students, whenever you go and buy any product, the first thing what you should do is you need to check what is the manufacturing date, what is the expiry date, what is the MRP. You should get to know each and everything because you need to have something called safety. If you are buying a product because you know the seller personally, now the minute you go and you ask him for a tablet or you ask him for any kind of a thing and gives you any product, Now what usually you do is you give the money and take the product. When you consume the product, then you will get to know that you have a problem internally. Now what is it? You are not safe. So first thing is what you are supposed to do is right to safety. You should know what the product you are taking. That's why we say it is also what? Right to be informed. That's the reason, because of this point, right to be informed, and this is given by the consumer rights. If you check in all the product, the information is given by the company. Why the company is giving information? Understand this. The companies are giving you information because of these rights. The next thing is right to choose. The days when the seller used to give the product to the customer, understand, there were two types. One is whatever the seller had, he was supposed to give it. Now it is a choice of whom? The choice of customer, that what he should buy. So who should have that? The customer should choose what he should buy and what he shouldn't buy. That's why whenever you go to any of the shop, even if you want to buy or if you don't want to buy, you can always have a window shopping. The reason is what? Right to choose. When you feel like choosing, you will choose, or else you will not choose. Next thing is right to be heard. That means you should get, see, information is always there, right to be heard, in the sense now whatever you ask, the seller need to tell you. That's why whenever you go and ask them what is the rate, what exactly it is, without anything they are supposed to tell you. They have come to the market to sell the product, and they should give you all the information whichever you are required. Next thing is right to seek redressal. What is this redressal? Redressal means relief. What is it? Relief. So you will get all the refund, relief, compensation, all those things. We call that as redressal. If there is a product which is spoiled but still he has given it to you, unknowingly, knowingly, whether you have taken it, now after getting to know that product is not good, it is all your rights to go and give it to him back. That is called right to seek redressal. That's why whenever your iPhone, Samsung mobiles, or any of the mobile which is still in the warranty or the guarantee, and there is a problem with the device, you can actually go and give it to them. That's why they'll actually give you a new one, or a product which has been worked, a service is done, and they'll give you the alternate. So what it is called redressal. Next is right to consumer education. The consumer need to be educated about the product, about the rules, regulation. That's why government is also initiating so many other activities. Social NGOs are actually going with this education, that is Jago Grahak Jago. All these are things are what? They are the rights of consumer. Next one we have is consumer responsibility. Now we got to know the rights. The rights are about he should be informed, the safety measures, he should get education, all those. Now what are the responsibility of consumer? It is not just the rights which the consumer have, the consumer also has certain responsibility. What are the responsibility they have? One thing is be aware about various goods and services available in the market. So it is the responsibility of the consumer to know what is happening in the market, so that an intelligent and wise choice can be made. So we don't want the customer to just go to one seller and get the product. We want the customer to know what exactly is happening in the market, which are the products which has come in the market, what is the pricing of the market, which are the companies which are going with those products, what are the tariffs of different company, so that there will be an intelligent choice of making the purchase. That's why it's a responsibility of a customer. I'll tell you here, students, what you should do is, if you want to buy any product, don't go to only one seller and go and buy the product. You are supposed to go at least to 6 to 7 buyers, and then you are supposed to go ask them what exactly it is. You need to interact with the sellers or the people who are using the product again, get to know what is the merit or the demerit of a product, and then you can actually take a decision whether if it is 100 rupees or 200 rupees. Money is money. Don't waste it because to make some seller a rich person. Next is buy only standardized goods. It is your responsibility not to buy a cheap one. You are supposed to go with standardized goods, as they are provide quality assurance. But nowadays, because of a jiffy lifestyle, we usually do is we don't go with standardized, but what it is, after 2 or 3 use, then it will get spoiled. So what is the use of it? There are many of the product which has come like use and throw. So we are going with the same speed, and what happens is for a long term it is not good, not advisable. Learn about risk associated with the product and service also. Whether it is good or bad, you are always supposed to know what is the risk of getting that product. So here, learn about the risk associated with product and service. So that means what? Risk is always there. Understand here, as a customer you should know that all the products you will not get risk, certain products you will have a risk, right? So you should always know what are the risk which is associated with the product as well, right? Next one is consumer responsibility is continued with one more, that is assert yourself to ensure that you will get a fair deal. Always aim for what? A fair deal. It's always a win-win. That is, a seller should also be happy, as well as the customer should also be happy. It should be a fair deal. Next is file a complaint. Now understand, this is where you are supposed to get to know that you are supposed to go with file a complaint in an appropriate consumer forum. You have 3 types of forum. One is you have district forum, then you have state forum, and you have national forum. So these are the forums where you can actually go and give the complaint if the company or the seller who are selling the product isn't appropriate, or they are not maintaining the quality of the product. Next is here, understand, file a complaint in an appropriate consumer forum in case of shortcoming of the quality of the goods purchased or services availed. So if you feel that the seller is not reacting, not giving you a proper qualitative product, then you can actually go and file the case in these 3 forums. That is, one is district forum, second is state forum, and then you have national forum. Next one is always you need to respect environment. See, air pollution, acid rain, right? All these things are what? It is actually done by the human behavior. That's why it is happening like that. So you should always go with what? Environment. Avoid waste, littering, and contributing to pollution. You should always avoid that, because it is you who are living in the earth. It is not just the consumer or the seller. It is a human being who is actually there with other beings. So we should always be in a helping hand. We should always protect the environment at the large, and we need to avoid the waste and littering things. I'll tell you, in India usually what happens is, whenever we feel that we should be clean, what we do is we make our surrounding not clean, right? It is like we literally litter all the places. So we are not supposed to do it, because it is our responsibility. Next here, the responsibilities are like form consumer societies. You need to form consumer societies which would play a active part. It's about active part and educating consumers and safeguarding their interests. So what you should do is you should initiate. If you don't have a consumer protection forum in your locality, you need to bring many people as much as possible, and you need to start educating people. Then what happens is even that will have a very good stand. Next is always be honest in your dealings. Choose only from legal goods and services. Don't go with illegal, smuggled goods, all those things. It is your responsibility. You should pay taxes properly, and you are supposed to have a healthy dealings, as well as what? A legal services or the goods to be purchased. Next thing is, you should always read labels carefully. You should always read labels carefully. In the label, everything is written properly. You need to understand what exactly the product is, what are the side effects, what are the good things, what are the demerits. Everything you are supposed to know, and then you are supposed to go with a fair deal. And here what happens is, always understand this. Nobody can take more than what the MRP is. MRP itself means what? Maximum. It is what? Maximum retail price. Maximum retail price. Above that you can't give it, and if somebody is asking you, you are supposed to lodge a complaint. You should check the net weight also, the expiry date, the manufacturing date, all those things, because I want you people to be informed as well as educated about the product which you are using it. Next one is important consumer organizations. Now these are the NGOs which are actually doing their business. They are helping many of the customers, consumers, and they are making sure that the sellers cannot exploit these people. Now we have few of the things which I have listed for you. It is a POQ question. It is what? A POQ question wherein you are supposed to write these names. Now the POQ means practical oriented question. The first one is, here we have uh, from Delhi we have something called Consumer Coordination Council, where they will actually know what exactly is happening in the market, and whenever the consumer is being exploited by any of the seller, these are the people who go and give them justice. Next is common causes. Usually what happens is, here Consumer Coordination Council, what happens is major causes will be actually taken care by them. Now the common causes which usually happens is they go to common cause, which is in Delhi. Voluntary organization in interest of consumer education. Now see here, what is that they are doing in Delhi is, we call it as VOICE, VOICE, that is voluntary organization in interest of consumer education. They are the one who are giving education to the people so that they'll get to know what the customers can do if there is any problem done by the seller or the goods or the product. So it's like voicing out what is good, what is bad. Next we have Consumer Education and Research Center, which is in Ahmedabad. I have given you the logo, what exactly happens. It was established in 1978 in Ahmedabad. CIRC is what they call. Next one we have in our own place called Karnataka, where you have Karnataka Consumer Service Society, which is in Bangalore. You can always go, and it's a state commission redressal where you can actually file a case and you can actually get compensated if the case is won by you as a consumer. So these things are there. Please understand. One, we have Consumer Coordination Council in Delhi. You have too many councils in so many other different states. I've given you only few of the listed one, where you have common causes, then you have VOICE in Delhi, then the next one is Ahmedabad CIRC, which is called as Consumer Education and Research Center, and even in Karnataka we have one of the thing in Bangalore, that is called Karnataka Consumer Service Society, where again whatever the problem is there between the seller and the consumer, these are the people who actually make sure that the dealings happen legal and the quality is maintained with standardization. So these are the things you are supposed to know, students. Thank you so much, and I'll see you when I see you.